Back to the army again. Rudyard Kipling. I'm here in a ticky ulster and a broken billy quacket, a layin' on the sergeant. I don't know a gun from a bat. My shirt's doing duty for jacket, my socks sticking out o' my boots, and I'm learning the damned old goose step along o' the new recruits. Back to army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Don't look so art, for I avent single quote no card. I'm back to the army again. I done my 6 years service. Air Majesty say, ampersand quo. Good day, you'll please to come when you rung for, and airs your old back pay, and 4 pence a day for bocce, and bloomin' general ris, too. And now you can make your fortune, the same as your officers do. Ampersand quo. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Oh, did I learn to do right about turn? I'm back to the army again. A man o' 4 and 20 that ass and single quote he learned of a trade, beside and quo. Reserve and quo. Age in him, he'd better be never made. I tried my luck for a quarter, and that was enough for me, and I thought of Air Majesty's barracks, and I thought I'd go and see. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. 'Tisn't single quote my fault if I dress when I ought. I'm back to the army again. The sergeant asked no questions, but single quote he winked the other eye, single quote he say to me, ampersand quo. Shun. Ampersand quo. And I shunted, the same as in days gone by. For single quote he saw the set o' my shoulders, and I couldn't help holdin' straight when me and the other rookies come under the barrack gate. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Who would ha' thought I could carry an port? I'm back to the army again. I took my bath, and I wallered, for, God, I needed it so. I smelt the smell o' the barracks, I heard the bugles go. I heard the feet on the gravel, the feet o' the men what drill, and I say to my flutterin' heartstrings, I say to 'em, ampersand quo. Peace, be still. Ampersand quo. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Who said I knew when the dropship was due? I'm back to the army again. I carried my slopes to the tailor. I say to him, ampersand quo. None o' your lip. You tight 'em over the shoulders, and loose 'em over the hip, for the set o' the tunic's horrid. Ampersand quo. And single quote he say to me, ampersand quo. Strike me dead, but I thought you was used to the business. Ampersand quo. And so single quote he done what I said. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Rather too free with my fancies. What, me? I'm back to the army again. Next week I'll have 'em fitted. I'll buy me a swagger cane. They'll let me free o' the barracks to walk on the hoe again, in the name o' William Parsons, that used to be Edward Clay, and any poor beggar that wants it can draw my 4 pence a day. Back to the army again, sergeant, back to the army again. Out o' the cold on the rain, sergeant, out o' the cold on the rain. Who's there? A man that's too good to be lost to you, a man that is handled on made, a man that will pay what single quote he cost you in learnin' the others their trade, parade. You're dropping the pick o' the army because you don't help 'em remain, but drives 'em to cheat to get out o' the street and back to the army again.